Hey guys!
Welcome back to another week in the Clone Wars. Today we're doing Season 1, Episode 16. It's funny, we did Season 2, Episode 16 last week. We're jumping back in the season through our chronological order review. We're doing The Hidden Enemy. And this is actually, like, one of the episodes, because there's so many, like, especially episodes like this that are kind of like that filler style. One that stuck with me as, like, just, like, one of those core episodes. And I think it's just because it, like, the story just started, like, it's so complex and deep. The first time, like, a clone betrayal happened. So I really love this episode.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to talk about it.
It's hard to call any Clone Wars episode a filler episode, just because all of them have something. Like, it might not be about the main Skywalker
Arc.
Is it Saga or Saga? Saga.
I say saga.
I've always said saga. I think it's like a
Interchangeable.
potato thing.
It might not be directly related to, like, the Skywalker saga, but there's always something, because in this one it was, like, adding character to the clones and trying to show that some of them, like,
They all have different motivations for fighting in the war.
Yeah.
Granted, they are engineered with that motivation, but their reasons can differ.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like it's the first episode too where you get that perspective of like, oh wait, like the clones were just created to be in this war and they have no say in the matter for it, you know. And so Slick, you know, is like, we do your bidding. He's talking to the Jedi, and you know, we're at your beck and call, kind of a thing. So like, kind of puts it in our heads for the first time, like, oh, like they actually like they have these emotions and like feelings and thoughts and opinions about this. And they're like their place in the war. So it's a very interesting one, which that topic doesn't really come up much until like the end of like season 7.
Yeah.
When I thought about the conversation Rex has with Ahsoka, you know, like we have mixed feelings about the war because without it we wouldn't exist, kind of a thing. So it's really interesting.
it reminded me of a conversation that we'd had once. Do you remember that artist at the con that was talking all about how before the Clone Wars, the clones hated the Jedi? And so that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, that was Brent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brent Woodside Art. He is amazing. Super fun to talk to.
So it just reminded me of that, because when he was talking about just how Slick was talking to the Jedi saying, we do your bidding and all that, that's what it reminded me of.
Wait, what did he say about it?
He had said, like in the earlier books, the clones just hated the Jedi because
Oh, yeah.
they're like, you threw us into Geonosis, and like a ton of them died.
With no tactics. It was, instead of being like, we, you know, sneak around back, it was just the sheer number of clones. They're just like, just go overtake them kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Before they then, like, changed the story.
Yeah.
Rewrote the clones, you know, in their perspective.
With the inhibitor chips.
Yeah, because before it was like the clones turned on the Jedi because they just hated them versus they were forced to. So, I mean, that is what's funny to me. Star Wars over time it changes a lot, you know, and even George Lucas did that when making Star Wars, you know, like, oh, I want my story to have this direction instead, which is funny that he can do that because it's George Lucas. And it is very interesting, just that topic of like changing Star Wars, which we should do a whole episode about that. Getting into like the pros and cons of George Lucas changing Star Wars versus like Disney now. You know how we always say, oh, they're changing Star Wars, you know, like just the difference. That might be interesting because I don't think we have time for that today. But again, I didn't print my notes again, so bear with me. Ignore the phone. I know these just off the top of my head. But anyway, a lot of the notes like hit on every single point, so I think it's safe to just move through every single one. I might read like 2 at a time as we go. But yeah, anything to declare before we get into the episode? What are your guys' thoughts on this episode? Actually,
I love this episode.
Yeah. I really like this episode, too. I think it is kind of like what we're saying. It's our first introduction to how the clones think about the war and, you know, their different perspectives. And I think specifically in the Clone Wars, it is like the first time we actually see the clones stand alone in situations apart from the Jedi. and how they handle it all.
Yeah. It's interesting going through this again in like chronological order versus like release order, because I'm like, oh, there's so many episodes before this where this happens
Right.
and this, but I'm like, technically this is like very early on in the war and like their first experiences with having to deal with problem solving and things, and you see like Rex and Cody come to light. But
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself. There's actually notes on that. So the first one says, back to the old and rough animation, because last week we did a season 2 episode. It says, you can see how much they evolved with both the graphics and the character animation in just one season. And it's very true, because it goes back a little bit. The next note, though, too, it says, weird observation, but did Disney secretly remaster this? Something about the animation looks so much better than I remember it being, and I've seen this episode at least 13 times.
Oh my gosh.
That's a very specific number.
13. That's what's fun. I don't think I keep a count. By the way, most of y'all know we live by an airport. Airplanes go by. It happens. Just pretend that you don't hear it.
It doesn't exist in this dojo.
No, it's just pretend it's a Star Wars ship. I think that's cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Better
as
than-
soon as you
sorry.
said that,
There's some
We're
Amazon
actually on
packages being
Coruscant right
delivered.
now.
How did we get here? We don't know. 13 times though. That's wild.
That is pretty crazy.
But yeah, that's one thing I noticed is season 1, especially the animation, like goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Which they might have been experimenting with some things. Certain scenes might have just been harder to like get lighting right. I've noticed that's the biggest thing is like getting the lighting to set just right. They did fairly decent. Definitely not like, the season 2 episode we just watched, but I like it. It's funny to see like the growing animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had mentioned one of their tunics on the speeder bikes. I never saw it because the scene changed and it never went back to it. But
yeah, because, okay, so it's the scene where Anakin and Obi-Wan are going to go find Ventress. They don't know it's Ventress yet, but they're on the little speeders, and they're just, like, riding along, and Obi-Wan has his tunic, like, down to about his knees, but the way it's flapping, it's just, like, this. Just, like, a weird little...
Like
and I'm
a
like,
wave?
that doesn't look right. In animation, like, I don't think it would do that.
It would just be like...
Yeah,
flapping
and,
up.
like, the two pieces for, like, the over tunic, instead of like blowing to the side or whatever, they're just like blowing super weird.
Yeah, for audio listeners, it's like a wave.
Yeah, picture like a wavelength kind of thing. I know, watch this on YouTube. I really recommend it, because remember all the days before we had the video, how it'd be like, you can't see it, but let me describe in great detail what we're acting out. Now it just, I feel like it fits perfectly for, we were meant to be a video podcast, I think.
starting with the Emperor's hands.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
holy cow. We gotta bring back, like, make a whole thing for that. A little video.
Some reels with old inside jokes.
Exactly. And if anyone's been here for that long, I know a couple of y'all have.
Did that make it in the episode? Emperor's Hands?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it did.
because it kept
Amazing.
coming back.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was back in Andor. Go listen to our Andor reviews at your own risk.
Are you putting bloopers in the video versions?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No,
Are
they
they
aren't
the-
making audio either. Most everything is just staying in the episodes.
Nice.
Because we used to do, like, blooper reels, but now I figured, let's just keep the bloopers in. Like, when the poster fell off the wall last week, that probably would have been a blooper reel, like, a year ago, but today I'm like, yeah, it's just gonna stay.
You're
We
gonna
should-
witness.
We should re-listen to our own episodes.
That would
Do,
be
like, a
funny.
reaction.
Oh my gosh.
That would be, oh my gosh, I feel like we'd all be like, turn it off. Especially, like, Obi-Wan 17.
I actually
when we did
haven't
that.
listened to y'all's Obi-Wan.
Don't.
I have not listened to a lot.
Don't. And that's the thing is, going back that far, like, our opinions on Star Wars have changed so much since then. So it's not even, like, highly accurate.
Yeah.
It is fun. I listen back every once in a while to, like, 5 minutes, if I even can listen for 5 minutes. But it's memories.
Yeah.
It's history. Our podcast history.
We must not repeat history.
Okay, I love this note. It says season 1's highlight to me has always been how hammered in Obi and Anakin's friendship is and the banter they have. And this is one of those season 1 episodes that really highlights that.
Yeah.
I really like that too. They had established, like, you know, super early on, just because the rest of the show, you know, their banter and the way they just like throw jabs at each other, but you can see like they care about each other so much. Just like you had to really establish that at the beginning, and so I like episodes like this. Like, even, you know how they start in 2 separate towers to plan like their little ambush thing, and then Anakin ends up over on Obi-Wan's side, and Obi-Wan is just kind of like, how did you get over here, kind of a thing. It's just like so funny how, but the way he says it is like, I'm not really questioning it because it's you, but I just, it's funny. I love it so much.
It's neat how they do these different perspectives of their relationship, where like you could have one episode where it's like, you know, their relationship is highlighted on the fact that they're like brothers and they care. And then you have episodes like this one where it's like, okay, in general, they're working together. They're as a team for the same goal. And it's the more strategic side of their relationship where they just ebb and flow so well together. And that's really highlighted. And then, you know, other episodes where...
Also, a lot like that master and like former apprentice level kind of relationship, because when they're fighting Ventress, you know how Anakin's like, what's the plan, master? Like, you know, you take the lead on this one, you know? So I like seeing that, how Anakin isn't constantly like, I got this, let me handle it. He's like, you know, there's times I gotta just listen and you tell me what to do. Kind of
and then there's also like the opposite of where Obi-Wan is like, okay, Anakin, what are we doing about this? How are we going to fly this ship? Or like, because they have different expertise in different situations, and so they rely on that with the other person.
And they're both very comfortable with each other, and just like they work so well together, and just like the listening aspects in episodes like this, really good. They're very good when it comes to battle, you know, like just Obi-Wan and Anakin, I feel like are both talented in that area, just like being the natural leaders and things like that. And also I want to talk too about their armor, you know, just being Jedi with armor. I always heard like, you know, the temple, that was so loud. Anyway, like the armor being stored at the temple, you know, the fact that they have Jedi armor that hasn't been used for years and years and years, like just being pulled out. So it's another detail that's really cool. I love the look of like Jedi armor.
I'm just thinking, or picturing just like them just pulling it out of an old dusty box, putting it on, then immediately going to battle, and then you're just sneezing the entire way through because of the dust. Anyways.
I can really see that happening.
Like he just goes,
Achoo! For real, this the whole way there. You know what I love is how they have like the lighter tone, like for Obi-Wan, he uses that, and then Anakin's just like got the dark armor. I picture them like going through these. They're obviously not in like boxes or anything, but I picture them like going through boxes, like, oh, Anakin, you're gonna love this. Here you go,
the Jedi attic.
I wonder if they were like made for significance, just like, oh, light is for like, you know, not stealth missions, and then the black ones are for stealth missions.
Yeah, at
I don't know
some
if that
point,
was a thought.
It was probably like armor custom to a specific Jedi, kind of like the Jedi robes, you know? Like, this is my armor, and then after they didn't need it for so long, they, you know, put it in storage, and now they're like just trying to pull it out, like, oh, this one fits me pretty good, and it's my color, so.
This one fits my kneecap perfectly.
Right? They're like, what?
Someone has the same size kneecap
This guy was jacked! Anyway.
Is that a thing? Like, is that how Jedis get their robes? Is like, it's custom? Like, they just like put an order in?
No, okay.
I always thought
they have a Jedi Temple tailor.
That's what I always assumed.
Okay, you know how specific Jedi end up going certain directions? Like, they have the Jedi Knights who are like the warriors and go out and do the battles, and then they have some who stay and be like the Jedi Temple healers and go to the halls of healing and everything. Oh, do they have the tailor? And then the other, like, obviously, like, Jedi Temple guards, you know, who are... So there's different outlets for them to go to, depending on speciality.
And, like, what's her name? The librarian lady.
Yeah, the
Jocasta?
librarian. And I'm excited actually when we get to Barris episodes because I have a lot of opinions on Barris and her being placed wrong.
Right.
But there's got to be someone who makes the Jedi robes. Because
Yeah.
who makes them? Do they have like maybe it's a shop on Coruscant and they're just like, "Oh yeah, we're tight with the Jedi. We make their robes."
Or maybe they're just like hand-me-downs. And I don't know.
Yeah, did you know they're actually, this might have been Legends, but the robes are made to be purposefully uncomfortable so that the Jedi aren't, like, comfortable? It's just, like, a weird, like, kind of, like, training aspect kind of thing.
Kind of like you have to get used to wearing armor in battle, or like wearing a uniform in battle,
Yeah,
so
I
you
think
can
it's
tell
just,
your team.
I don't know, I think it's some, like,
Your company.
achieving peace and, like focus through distractions. Kind of. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been years. It was when I was writing fan fiction and I was like studying all this lore. So I studied a lot of Legends lore though because it was more of a Legends aspect kind of thing I was going for. So it was probably a legend, but I like that idea of just like even down to the Jedi robes. There's just so much lore and I love that people like come up with these ideas for things. It's just really cool. But anyway, the next note, it says, I love how this technically is the same battle as the Clone Wars movie, and Anakin has no clue his life is about to change in literally just a few days or so. I know, I love that too. Because have Obi-Wan and Yoda already conspired about, like, oh, bring Ahsoka. It's gonna be great. Which is so funny to me, the fact that they were like, the only way we can get Anakin to have a Padawan is just for her to show up.
Yeah.
Because he will never agree to it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to me that Obi-Wan never took on a Padawan. You know, because at the beginning it was like...
It was... that Here comes Ahsoka.
Literally, before we started recording, it was dead silent. It was so funny. Anyway, like, Obi-Wan never took on a Padawan.
Yeah.
You know, which I thought is interesting. I guess story arc-wise, what would have happened to his Padawan?
It would have had to have died.
It has a name.
I don't know that name.
I mean, his Padawan did die.
Whoa.
Shut up.
Whoa.
He killed him, in fact. Anyways.
Well, no.
No, he didn't.
Well, he thought he killed him,
Oh, yeah.
but he didn't die. He's a stubborn guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, this next one, it's going back to the film aspect. It is also crazy to think that, again, in just a few days, give or take, before the film events, the Republic had one of their clones be a traitor.
Can you read that again? I zoned out. I was still thinking about Obi-Wan.
Like, Obi-Wan.
It's like, and then he cut off his legs.
In armor.
I think I don't even know. I was like, because I had a thought about Obi-Wan's Padawan, and then I said something else, and then you started reading, and I tried to get back to that thought.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Everything
That's
was
literally
went
what
wrong.
podcasting is. It's just like, you have like, oh, that is so good. And then it's just like,
It's gone.
immediately gone.
And then I said he killed his Padawan, and then the other thought just went away.
It'll come back like in 10 minutes randomly. But anyway, it says going back to the film aspect, it is also crazy to think that, again, just a few days, give or take, before the film events, the Republic had one of their clones be a traitor.
The Republic had...
One of their clones was a traitor, like right before this big battle.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I know, it's like a long like run on different there's a lot of commas in that note. But yeah, it's very interesting, and who knows how many times they've experienced this beforehand, like a traitor. This might have been the first time. Which is interesting to me that they didn't like look into it a whole lot. They were like, oh, that was a weird fluke, but not like, maybe we should get these guys in therapy and like, how do you feel about being created to be in this war kind of a thing? Like, they never really, no one really talks about it. Not even the clones talk about it, at least to the Jedi. But.
Yeah. But I guess they're all under the impression that I mean, the Jedi are under the impression that these clones were made for them. So, by a Jedi. I don't really remember much about Sifo Dyas in that whole arc, but they all have the impression that the clones were commissioned by a Jedi that can be trusted, and therefore they're for us, and they can be trusted. So why would they have any ill intent toward fighting with us?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is they're like, we're not prepared for handling all of this going on. We're in the middle of a war, you know, so we don't have time to be like, oh, are you okay that you're a part of this war? They need the guys to, you know, do their job. So I think the way they handle it is just like, let's just treat them with respect, treat them like they're people, and
Give
like
them names.
give them names and like let them have their individuality, and then they just don't question it more from there. Which for a lot of the clones, like, they're very, very loyal people.
Yeah.
And so it's not a problem for them. And even after the war ended, you seen, like, the Bad Batch. Like, a lot of the clones were like, I just want to keep fighting. Like, I just... Batman's falling. I just want to, you know, keep doing what I know how to do, kind of a thing. So it wasn't overall, like, a very big problem. But every once in a while, these, you know, things come up.
They're like, we gave you a tattoo artist and a barber.
That's the question. Who's the clone tattoo artist? Is it Kix?
No.
I could see it being Kix, though.
It's probably Jesse.
Jesse's the one you go to if you want a tattoo that the Republic would not want you to have. Kix is the one who goes for all the other, like, face tattoos and, like, that very hygienic, very clean tattoos. Very nicely done.
Actually, you know what? You're right, because Kix is a little wild. I love how he's, like, in, like, memes and stuff, he's very stereotyped as, like, head on his shoulders, everything's burning, and he's just like, oh, everything's going wrong, but no. He's pretty wild.
He is. Yeah, and he's one of my favorite clones. Just because of, like, the few scenes he has where you're just like, that was really funny. Or, like, I really like that guy. It's funny.
Yeah.
The next note says, Slick's not gonna like that. Which is funny.
Which part? Was that a quote?
It was a quote. I'm trying to remember the context.
Yeah, it's because they found out that there's someone leaking information to the Separatists, and they're like, oh, it's coming from, you know, this section, which is where Slick's barracks are. And then they're like, oh, Slick's not gonna like that. It's either Cody or Rex. Which
What's the
it's
difference?
funny. It's ironic that it ends up being Slick. What's the difference? Oh my gosh, how to, like, piss off so many thousands of Clone Wars fans. What's the difference? Oh, man. I like this note, too. It says, love... Oh, what?
Before we go into that reminded me of when, going a little ahead, how Slick was listening, and they're chasing him, and it's like they have no idea who that was, because they're all clones.
For real. And then he runs into the mess hall, and they're all like... It's kind of comical, you know, because for them, it's like, it's a very dramatic moment, you know, like, everyone in here is a brother, you know, but for us, it's like, they can't tell.
Yeah.
Slick's just sitting down, like, that was funny.
He's like, which one is winded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He breathed heavy. They just tackle some random guy.
The one with asthma.
Oh, man. This one says, love the dynamic between Rex and Cody.
She was trying to process the asthma joke.
This next one says, love the dynamic between Rex and Cody. Also liked how the droids were hardcore and not goofy. Yeah, for the droids, they were very, like, you know, they did this whole ambush thing and just came in. The part that I liked that was still funny was when one of them said, you know, let Obi-Wan and Anakin pass, don't shoot, just jam the transmissions. And all the droids are just like, Roger, 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 Roger. It's just like this whole chorus of droids. That was funny to me. But overall, they were pretty, like, you know, they are, like, again, like, they're really silly, like, flimsy little, like, droids. But there's, like, when there's a lot of them, it's pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
And, like, if one walked in the room right now, I'm pretty sure we'd all be pretty freaked out. Because they're pretty tall, I'm assuming. Like, very tall. So you're trying to decide if she'd be freaked out or not?
No, I'm trying to figure out if I want one or not.
You just reprogram it.
I'm not a real one. I mean, just, like,
A display?
Yeah.
I've always wanted a little pit droid on display. I thought that would be really cute. In the studio someday. It's gonna happen.
My dad we went to Holocron Toy Store, and he got the Luke helmet. There's just like a little Luke helmet that he got.
Can I take it?
No.
He would know who took it.
Got
That's
it
the
for his
problem.
birthday.
Oh.
He would know who took it, yeah.
Yeah, that's why
It's on display in the
he
video.
sees the next like YouTube video. It's just in the back.
It's little. It's like this big, but it's really cool.
Oh.
It was either that or a speeder.
We need to go there. The Holocron.
My house? Oh.
No. Holocron, the toy store.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I cannot believe we've lived out here for how many years? Like 4?
Have you
We've
been?
never been there.
What?
Yeah.
I've only been once, so I can't say much. And it was literally last week. But anyway.
I know they do signings there every once in a while.
Do
like,
they?
I think like Daniel Logan's been there. Either to that one or to the one in Austin. Or I think it's in Austin. But yeah, they have like
They have
do,
cool
like, little
posters.
signings. Oh,
They had a cool
you had
I think it was
posters?
Empire Strikes Back, but they had a poster and it was all in Japanese.
Did
was
you
cool.
see the big one that we just got? Did I show you that one?
Should I
Like,
should I grab it?
Yeah. Go grab it. We just got at Retro Expo a poster.
Jose?
Yeah.
What of what?
She's gonna grab it and show
Jose.
you.
Live reaction.
Yeah. No, I love that thing.
I'm not gonna drink.
Well,
I can
she
still
looks
see it.
through there.
I will look.
As soon as I showed you. No, you can look. Look at it.
That's pretty sick.
Isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Guess how much it was.
$5.
A little more.
10?
A little more.
15?
There you go.
Really?
It's only $15 and that thing is like a beast.
That's huge. That's so cool. What the heck?
Yeah. So I want to put it up on the wall actually.
Yes.
Just like right
Yes.
over. You
That
can
is
see
so
the ones
cool.
poking out behind. So anyway, all that to say, we need to redo the wall
We do.
and put that guy up there.
We
And
have
put some Theory Sabers up there.
in our media room. We have. Well, you guys have seen it, but it's the English one.
Yeah, I saw the Japanese.
English is overrated.
I agree. Who needs it?
We do.
Say as podcasters, who needs English?
It's English. Okay, so the next note, it says, one thing really special about this is it simultaneously does two things. It both shows how hard it is to find the traitor because clones all look the same and have the same mission, but then it also highlights their individuality because throughout, as they interrogate different clones, you see how each clone really is unique and mastered that balance perfectly in this episode. Yeah, I love that whole interrogation scene, you know, because there's the one guy who's like, I'm sorry, I'm just nervous.
Right.
And then, you know, the one who's like, oh no, like, I got this. I got a perfect alibi. This is what I'm doing. And then the guy who's like, you know, oh, you don't want to know what I was doing. You know, it's really funny.
Yeah.
They have all that. And then the battle droid fingers.
Yeah. Rex and Cody didn't help with that interrogation, though. Oh, we will.
Yeah.
It's like they just had so much fun with it almost. It's like, oh, we got the positions of power, and it's just funny how they riff off of each other in that way.
Mm-hmm. But then also the dude that had the broken arm, as soon as they finished talking, Rex looked so happy. Like, okay, you're good. Like, as he was walking away, it was funny.
Yeah, like, oh, good job. Like, you got a solid
job.
alibi. We got this.
Yeah. Or even like Rex said at one point, he was like, good man or whatever. And it was like, nice.
Yeah, because again, like, they're still their brothers. So it's kind of
Right.
like, how do we handle, like, one of us is a traitor, but we're all brothers.
Yeah.
So, like, what's going on?
Imagine they did like a good cop, bad cop type thing.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
That would have been so funny. Which one would be the good cop? Which would be the bad cop?
I feel like Cody would be the good cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I do like how it was handled in that interrogation. It was, in a sense, like, it was kind of realistic. Just, like, how they went about it. Like, they weren't all friendly. They weren't like, let's sit down, let's have a talk. They were just like, no, this is a serious situation. Who did it?
Yeah.
You know? And it was handled by superiors, as it should be. And that showed through as well. And it wasn't all like buddy, buddy, brother, brother. It did have that tone of seriousness to it. which is really neat.
And I also like how you get to see the aspect of, you have Rex and Cody, who are, commander and a captain. And then you have, like, Slick, who's actually, like, he's the head over these guys, so you get to see the different, like, these guys report to this guy who reports to this guy.
Yeah.
And, like, how Slick is like, oh, these are my guys who I've trained and who I know, like, the best out of any other of the clones or brothers in the war. So I liked how you got to see just that aspect and dynamic of, like, the close-knit group, how there's always, like, the clones who stick with each other the most throughout the war, instead of, like, oh, yeah, I'm just one in a million, pretty much, and, like, not close with any of them, really, but to have, like, your squad and your team, it's really cool.
Yeah. And yet it's still very militant, too. So.
Yeah, exactly. So I like that, and just all the different aspects to it.
Yeah, but that comment put it beautifully.
Yeah, very well worded.
Very well said.
The next one is just Slick's the traitor, which is funny. That's me and Sierra, one of our most quoted Star Wars lines in all of Star Wars. I feel like we say it at least once a week.
Yeah.
But not even in, like, because a lot of quotes, like, they're fitting. This is just, like, it's an exclamation that we use for no reason, other,
Yeah. Or even, like, if you guys hear an exclamation or hear something that has even the slightest bit of cadence to that line, you guys will both go, Slick's the traitor?
Yeah, because if someone's like, oh my gosh, we're like, Slick's the traitor?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know why, it just, like, comes out. It's so funny. And I think that's why this episode, like, sticks with me especially, is because we just say that all the time. So I was so excited. I was so excited that someone actually put this as a note. So the next note says, after finding out there was a traitor among the clones who gave the battle plans to Asajj and the Separatists, I think it was a great team-building exercise for the clones to figure out who the traitor was by getting together and figuring out that Slick was behind it all. Yeah, I mean, especially, I love that it really displayed, too, how smart the clones are, like, especially, like, Rex and Cody, like, establishing that they're not just, like, given this military rank and status, but, like, they're very smart. Like, we got to get into Slick's head, which in a weird way is kind of like the way they would think about things as well, and just, like, figuring out, establishing, like, this plan.
Yeah.
It's just really cool to see.
Yeah, or even, like, not just, they're in those positions because they achieved it. Like, it wasn't just given to them, or they weren't just picked out because, like, oh no, this one's going to be a captain. It was like, okay, this is the group. Who out of these is going to be the best? Then they'll become the captain. So we really get to see the hierarchy.
Yeah, it reminded me of, like, the ARC Trooper program.
Yeah.
How they're like, oh, those are really great. They've proven themselves, and it's also interesting just that aspect of their clones. But they are all, like, they're different in that way, and some are better at doing things than others, or, like, have specialties in certain things. So, it's really cool. I love the clones. This is just going through just this episode. I'm already so excited to keep going, because there's so many episodes where they're just, like, a specific clone just shines with something they're really good at. So, I'm just excited about it.
Yeah, and it is neat because it's like, it is the Clone Wars, and so it makes sense that we're seeing a lot of the clones fighting and how they fight, and a lot of this war was won because, the war was ended because of the clones, but anyways,
enough said on that.
Yeah,
it's very heartbreaking.
Yeah, but just, like, it being called the Clone Wars and not, like, the Separatist War, or, like, the Republic War.
The battle droid war.
Right? Yeah.
Like, we're a Republic. We choose the name. Yeah. It's cool, actually, seeing something that was called back all the way, like, from the originals, the very first movie.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan talks about the Clone Wars. So it's cool getting to see, like, the Clone Wars, and this is what happened, and Obi-Wan, he was there, obviously, and Anakin, so.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Great time to be a Star Wars fan.
And it has such lasting repercussions.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the right word? Or did I say it right? Repercussions?
Yeah. I think I've always said, like, repercussion.
No,
repercussion. It's harder to say.
Repercussion.
The Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it might be a potato kind of thing.
Yeah. Tomato.
Okay, this next one. You could see the great duo of Rex and Cody. That sounds like a show name right there. The great duo of Rex and Cody. I would take a short series.
It sounds like a story about a boy and his dog.
Oh my gosh.
Which one's I guess Rex.
That would be Anakin and Rex.
Anyway, can we make that a thing? Like a fan film? The great duo of Rex and Cody?
Duo.
Anyway, it continues on. When they figured out that Slick was hiding in the ventilation shaft of the command center, and they lured him to jump out by placing an empty blaster on the table and then capture him at gunpoint. I love that scene so much. Because Cody, he's like, gun's empty. And just like holds it up like, you stupid man.
Slick.
You stupid clone.
Yeah, I gotta say, the way, Slick jumped down so quietly. Do you ever think about that? Like, because you're like, yeah, he just jumps out of the shaft. But can you imagine any of us trying to do that?
With my knee.
Let me. No, I'm scared. It's high. It's very high. Just like freaking
I don't want
out.
to jump.
And
It would sound like that. Except 10 times heavier.
and then actually jumping, you'd be like, oh, my ankle!
My knee
No,
would just...
wait! Yeah, because you have a bad knee. My
do.
ankle, I think I fractured as a kid from jumping off something high, and
From a
it would not be
ventilation
good. So it's just funny to think about, like, the little details like that. Like, actually, good job. Props to you for jumping.
It's pretty slick.
So quietly. Let me, for jumping out of the shaft. Let me...
I'm just picturing us. Like all three of us just
just, like, on the ground.
in a heap.
Oh, my gosh.
You like my knee. You like my ankle. Me like, I'm sore from pickleball.
I'm sore from picking up Nerf bullets.
Yeah. But yeah, I love also just, it's kind of funny how, like, smug Rex and Cody were about it. Just like, buddy, like, we knew you were going to do this, that, so this is what we did.
Not so slick, are ya?
Yeah, and then it ends in, like, that fist. Slick, like, he puts up a fight.
I
He
know.
was just, like, elbowing and kicking and shattering bones. Just, ugh. Which, again, props to Rex for, like, getting his leg, like, pulled out of its socket is what it seemed like. And then a few days later, he's, like, doing the Battle of Christophsis.
Not even a few days. He's the one that like walked Slick over to the Jedi.
No, I mean, like, in the Clone Wars movie,
Oh,
how
yeah.
he's doing that, and then he goes to Teth, and he's, fighting, like, all this. Like, he's just, like, he just keeps going. I feel like we'd be sore for, like, I can't walk for a month, buddy. Like, don't make me do anything. But he's just like, let's just keep going. Not even limping.
And he's probably hyped up on a lot of stim...
Yeah.
What are they called? Stims. I only know them.
From Fallen
Stims.
Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a... Yeah, I forgot what they're called.
I don't know.
We'll just go off
Stims.
Fallen Order. Yep.
Yeah.
It says, despite seeing this episode 13 times, I kid you not, I forget it is Slick every time. How do you forget? You literally have that iconic line, Slick's the traitor? and it's just, and I'm not a forgetful person either.
I love that.
That's amazing.
I wish I could do that.
13 times and you're like, oh my gosh.
I wish I could do that with movies. Like,
Oh, can you imagine,
his
like,
father?
rewatching stuff?
They're siblings!
What? Oh my gosh, that would be so funny. Okay, moving on to Asajj now. Oh my gosh, I liked how it had, like, the two different things, two different sections of this episode. It says, there was also a fun little battle between Asajj, Obi, and Annie. I guess you could say, yeah, fun little battle. You could see how Asajj used the art of seduction that she is known for to lure the Jedi, especially Obi-Wan, who has a little soft spot for her. Okay. What is with the banter with Obi-Wan and Asajj?
I always thought he was just taunting her.
Yeah. Because I've always seen it from that aspect, too. And then, have you ever read Dark Disciple?
No, but I know a lot about it.
Okay. No, but I know every single line of that book. I really liked their dynamic in that book because it was more of like this, like, for being on,
Frenemies.
formerly opposite sides, because she's not a separatist anymore at that
Yeah.
point. Like, they had like a pretty solid, I wouldn't say friendship, but like they really like trusted each other when it came to like certain things, you know, and I really liked seeing that dynamic more. And like you can just see how it grows, because Asajj as a character, like, bro,
Big
she
character development.
grew so much.
Yeah.
And so seeing like this early on, you know, like her just being like Dooku's little assassin kind of a thing, to like the character that she grew into is just so stinking cool. So that's really what was highlighted for me. Is like, because it's been a while since I've rewatched like these older Ventress episodes and then like the movie, and just being like, bro, like she came so far by the time you see her in like the Bad Batch, and then like Tales of the Bounty Hunter, Underworld. I wanted Tales of the Bounty Hunters. That's why I accidentally said it. Tales of the Underworld, like her character, you know, it really came very far.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really highlighted for me.
Yeah. I think a lot of Obi-Wan and Asajj's dynamic, especially in early Clone Wars episodes, it's very much like Obi-Wan is like, well, two can play at this game. Like,
yeah,
what you throw at me, I can throw right back.
That's always what I've really seen.
Throw
it
right
as.
back.
I heard that. I heard it. That's what I've always thought of it. Like, the first time watching it, it was just kind of like, yeah, exactly what you said. Two can play at that game.
Yeah. Like, none of them can get the higher ground. No pun intended.
Yeah, they have some really cool battles, actually, the
Yeah.
two of them. And Asajj, like, her fighting style is very, like, she's always, you know, she's obviously got the double lightsabers. So I like seeing when she's fighting, like, two Jedi at a time.
Yeah.
You know, like Anakin and Obi-Wan. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's very interesting. And then again, like, she always runs from the battle. You know, she'll
Yeah.
never stay to finish it. It's just kind of like, I'm here temporarily, and then I'm just gonna like, okay, I don't want to die, because I'm pretty sure she knows when she's beat, and like, I don't want to die. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, but then it's also like, would Obi-Wan kill her? Like,
Yeah,
or
I think that's
Anakin.
where a lot of gray area for like, do we take prisoner? Wait, isn't that an episode? Do the droids say that?
Yeah, the droids say that.
Yeah, like, what do you do when it comes to that? Because that's, you know, like, when Anakin killed Dooku in
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith. You know, how he's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
What's
so they
the-
probably would have just taken her captive at that point.
I guess it's a matter of, like, if you can best her without killing her, then do it that way. But if you're, like, about to die, and then that's all you can do, then
Yeah.
I can see that being...
Yeah. Which really does, it promotes Obi-Wan too, and him being a Jedi. I was thinking about this when I was driving.
Wow.
Thank you. Wasn't that such a great thought?
Beautiful.
Podcast done.
Ended.
Mic
Goodbye.
drop.
Thank you guys so much for... No, I'm kidding.
What was it?
In the car.
Yeah, I was thinking about this in the car. Just like, Obi-Wan really is like the best Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, when I say best, I don't mean like he's the most powerful or the most skillful, but he is, you know, truly centered and balanced. And with this like Asajj situation, he knows what he's doing in the moment, and he sticks to it, and he adapts. And so he has all the true great aspects of a good Jedi.
Yeah.
And throughout the Clone Wars, you just see it more and more. And
yeah. Very, very committed to the Order. Yeah. So,
And also committed to doing good. Like, he's going to defeat Asajj. He would have defeated Asajj if she didn't run away. And he would have done the right thing and not killed her and taken her captive. And then, you know, justice has been brought. And so, like, he's just a good dude.
I love Obi-Wan so much. I'm so excited to go through, like, all these
And I think we've
episodes.
talked about this before, but, like, watching the Clone Wars back and watching Obi-Wan and hearing his voice, every time I'm like, I know that guy. I know that guy.
Yeah, we're
That's
kind of
Jack.
like best friends, you know. Actually, there are notes on like voice acting,
That's
which
awesome.
are coming up in a sec. Let me read the
Good.
next Ventress one. It says, Ventress is always peak. And I quote her lines from this episode with my sister, like, all the time. It is also a level in the Wii Clone Wars lightsaber game. Okay. There's a Wii Clone Wars lightsaber game, and we've never heard of it before.
Does your Wii still work?
No.
Okay.
Yes
This
and
is
no.
the plan. We are going to get a working Wii console.
Okay.
And then we're going to get the Wii Clone Wars lightsaber game.
Is it
we
on
were
the Switch?
literally... I have no idea. Maybe it is on the... Well, he said...
It makes sense for a Wii.
Yeah, like to have the Wiimote, and then you're like... We were just talking the other day... I think my dad said it. It was like, it would be so cool if the Wii remotes could be lightsabers.
He said the Wiimote the first time.
Yeah.
That's what they're
It's
called.
called a Wiimote.
What? It's not a Wii remote. It's a Wiimote.
It's a Wiimote. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't come up with that.
Maybe we did come
No.
up. No?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway, like, we were literally just talking about that concept, so if it's, like, let me know. I know you're watching. Let me know, please. I'm so curious.
You're watching.
You know, it sounds so honest.
It was like,
I
we know you're watching.
That sounded so creepy.
Can we harmonize it?
I'll take the high. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, I'm a soprano one.
Actually, I used to be soprano in choir, which is funny. I always thought I was more of an alto, but I do, I sing very high. I have the high ground. But anyway,
yeah.
I just want this Wii Clone Wars lightsaber game, or at least see a playthrough of it. I'm so curious.
I gotta know.
Yeah.
Well, because you know in like Wii Sports, there's
Yeah.
or the newer Wii Sports where it's you have what looks like lightsabers and you're just banging the crap out of each other. Have you not played that?
lightsabers?
It looks like lightsabers. They're
Oh.
swords, and then that's like blue or red.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I figured it's probably a similar concept. I need to play this. I need to.
Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know.
You tell me. Again, I know you're watching.
Hey Google.
Okay, this next one. This is about Dee. Dee's acting is on point, and the constant back and forth makes me think of Bad Batch. Even though obviously this is years before, but just because this one... That's a lot of words, hang on. But just because this is one of those episodes where he gets to really shine and not only play multiple named clones with different personalities, but play them having full conversations with each other.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? He's so good. Not at any point I didn't think like, oh, it's just Dee talking to himself. I was so into this story.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he has an adjective for every clone that he plays, you know, so he's probably just like bouncing back and forth with his different...
Yeah. It just
So
goes to show
amazing.
that there's... Sorry, go ahead.
No, all I had to say is it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, because even... It goes to show, like, there's so much more to voice acting. Like, you bring a whole personality to your voice rather than just a voice.
Yeah, like you're not just reading the lines.
Yeah.
You know, like,
It's
oh
not just an
wow, that's
accent.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like you've got this whole character
Right.
and this whole voice to the point where you can play another character with the same exact voice.
Yeah.
And it's just like two completely different
Yeah,
characters.
and you're changing your inflection to meet that personality. Like,
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
It's so cool. He's just so stinking talented.
And he's also Perry the Platypus?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I love that. That's on his resume. It's like the top of the list. Perry the Platypus. Which, by the way, have you seen the new season?
Yes. I literally binged it, like, last week.
Really?
I've
I
only
did too.
seen the
First two, I like it a lot.
I did too. I loved it so much.
Every time Perry was on screen, I was like, that's him! That's D!
Literally.
Not actually, but yeah.
Pretty
Just
much.
Dee's face. Yeah, no. That
I
was just
pictured
like
that.
Phineas and Ferb is childhood.
terrifying. It is, yeah.
So yeah, I was really excited about that. They did a really good job with it.
They
too.
did. Go watch Phineas and Ferb. All of it. Every single
Streaming now
episode.
on Disney Plus, which is today's sponsor. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, that's McDonald's? What's a... Dee, 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 dee.
I thought, okay, I was thinking we need to do that with the lightsabers.
We have to do theories.
Yeah.
Like the T and the S.
Oh, dude, can you imagine?
Be pretty
I'm Bella, and you're listening to Star Wars Old Republic Radio, sponsored by Theories. Anyway, so the next note, actually it's our last one. So the last note says, Jat's voice sounds a lot closer to Ewan in this episode, and I wonder if this was before they encouraged him to make the role his own.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah. He talks about how he doesn't like his Obi-Wan in the beginning. And how he's grown in it himself.
I think part of it is he probably got the direction very early on. Like, hey, buddy, make it your own. But it's kind of a matter of getting comfortable with the character and him making the character his own.
Yeah.
You know, because it's very, like, if you get the role of, like, I am playing Obi-Wan Kenobi, who is Ewan McGregor, like, it doesn't feel like your character at all. So you can really see as it goes on, and he's voicing it for so long, and then he really starts to feel like he owns a part of Obi-Wan, you know, in a way. And then just kind of getting more comfortable in it is what kind of, I think, would define, you know, that you start to see, like, oh, there's James as Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Because now, you know, when you go up and meet him at cons, he's just like, Obi-Wan, he's, hello there, how's it going? You know, and he's just, like, totally, like, he loves Obi-Wan, and it's just, like, a part of him.
Yeah. I think a part, too, like, for diehard Star Wars fans, or just, you know, fans of the Clone Wars, I feel like Jat really became their Obi-Wan. And also, a huge part of Obi-Wan is Jat, because the Clone Wars really detailed so much more of that character and his arc, and, you know, Satine and his relationship with Anakin and Obi-Wan and the Council and all these other Jedis. Like, it just fleshed out more of Obi-Wan's character, and Jat had the privilege to voice it and play around with it and develop more of his character. And so a lot of, you know, when I think of Obi-Wan, I immediately think of Jat. Like, I don't think of Alec Guinness, or, I mean, I do, but I don't think of Ewan as the first. Like, when I hear Obi-Wan, I picture that Obi-Wan.
Yeah, me too. Exactly. And again, I like how you say, like, he was able to voice Obi-Wan for all of these key moments where you just learn things about him you didn't know before. And like, it's really cool. And James, there's a lot of Obi-Wan in James.
Yeah.
You know, just like character wise, like, he's just the nicest guy. Super friendly, you know, very
strong in his own belief.
Yeah, and it's just so cool to see him. He's very encouraging. He's just all around. He's like a light. He's just so just fun and happy to be around. So it's really cool. Yeah,
like they both represent just a good standard of morality. Of just, like, you know, Obi-Wan is the great, like we mentioned before, like, he is the best Jedi. I'm not gonna stand.
Get up! You make speech.
Actually, he's telling me I'm already standing. It's like almost
you
there.
need to give yourself a standing ovation.
I think you're just getting into this monologue.
Maybe it like, felt me moving my hands, and it was like, you're doing great.
Keep going.
Great exercising. Okay. Yeah, but anyways, like, Jat and Obi-Wan, they have great similarities, and I you know, as for Christians, like, Jat is a great light in the world, and we see that, and he's a great inspiration to us, and Obi-Wan is a great inspiration as well, because he's so strong in his belief and skillful, and he's just an all-around good dude. Never wavered.
And I mean, in James, one thing he does is he's just like, he loves inspiring people and inspiring creativity and just, like, encouragement. And so, like, listen, I recommend, I think we said this last week too, go listen to his podcast, Talking to Myself with James Arnold Taylor. It is so fun. It's just so encouraging, and it's just, like, inspirational. And so and it's fun. He does the voices. He talks a lot about the Clone Wars and, like, you know, voicing, you know, Obi-Wan and Plo Koon and, like, things like that, and a bunch of other characters he's voiced. So it's really fun. Highly recommend that.
He's really good at, like, being lighthearted, but also being so meaningful.
And after every episode, it's just like, wow, that was, like, really
refreshing.
Exactly. That's the perfect word. Refreshing. What?
Refreshing.
It's to drink some water. Yeah. So this episode, just all around, it was just very well rounded. Very, you know, it covers a lot of deep, like, betrayal and traitors in the war, you know, but it's just, I love it so much. It was a very good one, and established a lot of, like, you know, key character development and all of that fun stuff. So I am excited. I don't even know what next week's episode is. Is it finally Malevolence?
I
I want to do that one so bad. I'll have to look up the chronological order list. But again, thank you all for submitting notes. They make this episode so much fun. And if y'all want to submit notes, go on our Instagram every week. I think I might start changing it to Saturday. Currently it's Sunday. We're going to do Sunday again this week. But every Sunday we put out a box. You could submit notes on the next episode. Again, I don't know which one it is. Go follow us on Instagram. I'll give updates very clearly marked what the next episode is. But yeah, it's super fun. The box will be up for 24 hours. It's just on the stories. So yeah, and then we'll talk about it. We bring the notes to the conversation every week. And we appreciate all of you guys for submitting. And also, thank you so much to everybody on Patreon. You guys make these episodes possible. We're going to start doing monthly polls on there. So go, if you want to be a part of that, it's $5 a month for the Patreon exclusive tier. So again, thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
That's staying, by the way. So thank you all so much. We really appreciate you guys. Again, also, Theory Sabers. If you guys want Theory Sabers, use our coupon code SWORR. That's SWORR. That is 10% off your order. And again, Theory Sabers. I know you're not watching, but thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
you guys are
really
that
sick.
team. They're literally so nice. And Nia, obviously, like he's super nice, super cool dude. Nick over at Theory Sabers, he's really cool dude. So yeah, we're getting another saber soon. We're gonna be doing another review. Which also Patreon, if you want to be a part of, every month we gotta pick a new lightsaber that we want to review. So we're gonna put out polls for that, for what saber we should get to review. So thank you guys for submitting your thoughts on that. Anything else? No, not really. Also, we're very close to YouTube monetization.
Already?
I know. We're just like about 100 followers short.
Are we
a couple
running
watch
ads?
hours short.
Is that after monetization?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's after monetization. So yeah, thank you guys so much for just following and subscribing and watching. That helps so much. Like if you can't give financially, just watching helps so stinking much.
Just
So
hitting subscribe. Like,
literally hit
Just have it
thumbs up
playing in the background.
It pushes like every thumbs up like pushes the video to more people. So we appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
This is so fun. Thank you for joining us for the Clone Wars rewatch. Again, I'm so happy that you guys are actually like watching along with us.
Yeah.
It's super exciting, and we have so many more episodes to come. So until next week, I have spoken.
McClunky.
Yep, nope.